I'm not even focused, bro. Hold on, this usually works. Fuck. You dead ass. It worked. So, I want to go over a song that I made. It's not out yet currently, but by the time you see this video, it'll be out everywhere. Spotify, Tidal, Apple Music, iTunes, everywhere. So I think it's important to kind of give like a backstory to this song. It's my really first deep dive into a completely different genre of music. Before we even jump into the project, I want to give like some ideas that I had in the beginning and kind of compare how they sound to the finished product. So I have a couple voice notes here. You see, so this is the first one. It's completely different, but you can kind of tell how, or at least where my head was at. So this is the first one I had. And this was the second idea. I took this voice note idea, put it into another project, and then I was working on that one for about 2.5 weeks, and then I just scrapped it. It was not working out. I wasn't going anywhere. I was at a brick wall, always. I was always at a brick wall, and I couldn't knock that brick wall down. So I scrapped that, completely deleted it, took a month, refreshed, and came back to the project, and I kind of had this new kind of direction I wanted to go in. Instead of it being slow, I kind of wanted it to be a little faster pace. So that's exactly what I did with this one. So we're about to dive in. I'm going to grab my guitar, and then we're going to go over everything I did. I'm going to try and be as organized and as detailed as I possibly can, so we can see how this came to be. So my phone is going off. Let's do it. Let's get in there. Assuming you can hear this, right? It's a little bit out of tune, but I don't care. I don't give a shit. So let's start off with the drums. So this is what it all sounds like together. So we have this ride, the shaker, some like crashes, cymbals, hi-hat, and then the kick and the snare. With little like variations here with like the kick here. Yeah, you can hear that. In terms of processing, a lot of it is some retro color. RC20 on the kick, snare, and ride. And it's all getting routed to a main drum bus. Oh, that was very loud. Okay. All of it's getting routed to a drum bus. It's adding a little bit of compression. It's not really doing anything. I guess bringing it up a little bit, maybe adding a little bit of compression, but this peak reduction and knob isn't doing anything, so it's not even really doing anything. And that's it for the drums. Very, very simple. I wanted to keep the drums very simple for this track. All right, now we get into like the meat, the meat of this song. So I'm not classically trained. I have no clue what chords these are at all. All I know is that the tuning I'm in is F-A-C-G-C-E with a capo on the 2nd fret, and these are how the chords go. It's like that's so out of tune. Hold on, I'm so sorry. That sucks. That sucks. But just pretend that's in tune. I don't care. I don't want to tune it. So let's just go by layer by layer. we have a bass layer. It's not even really a bass layer. It's me doing this, like recording that and then pitching it down. And then for the processing, just an amp, some EQ, and then all the guitars are getting routed to this guitar bus. I'll get into that in a second, but I just want to go through all of the individual layers here. Then we have the main bulk of this. And then this just has some EQ on it. We have the intro, like this, the backing kind of layering. This is not EQ'd. I turned this off because it kind of was meshing together with the intro a little too much. And that's panned hard to, not hard, but like somewhere to the right. Same thing with the intro. That's panned to the left. Intro 2, it's just another layer. Oh, okay, it's like a melodic layer. I forgot what that is. It's a... What the fuck is that? Something like that. And that's panned to the right again. And this is actually pretty interesting. I did this reverb, like ambient thing here. Mute that. It's one of the first things you hear in the song. And that's not a synth, that's a guitar. So if I take off all the effects, what is that? It's a, oh shit, shot my pick. Like that. So let's actually go through this pretty quickly. Valhalla Room. That gives it a lot of body there. It makes it kind of spacey and atmospheric. I'm going to go over that plugin in a second. We have some general EQ, some resonances I had to kind of pick out. And then stereo enhancer. Kind of pushes it back further. But the secret sauce to this guitar sounding like this is DAW cassette. It gives it so much character, it's crazy. So I'm not going to go into a detailed tutorial on how to use this plugin, but basically all it's doing is it's emulating old cassette tape and like little like tapes and stuff. So if I put it all the way down here, it's very like wobbly, but I didn't want to go like that. I didn't want to put it all the way down because I still wanted it to be like harmonic. But this is a very good tool to use on something you want to give like a very vintage, kind of worn down vibe to. I love it. I love this plugin. I've used it before. It's perfect for a use case like this. Oh, there's a little variation here. Let me play that for you. Oh, before I forget, we have this little guitar build thing here. Oh, fuck. And that leads into the first drop of the song. So this gave me a lot of problems. I think I have like a couple clips where it's just like half an hour of me just trying to EQ this fucking thing. Because, okay, dude. So I'm gonna take off the effects here. And those resonances, man, holy shit. Okay, so let's go through this one at a time. So in the beginning, we have a guitar stomp with a preset. I like ambient soup. I use the same preset on It's Okay If You Do. Listen to the amount of resonances. That's just painful. That's painful, dog. That's so bad. And this little plugin I picked up, Soothe. I'm just want to let you know, this is not how this plugin is supposed to be used. This kind of is an automatic peak reduction EQ compressor thing. It was way too much money, but it works, so it's pretty good. You can increase the depth, like how much you want it to reduce, and some parametric EQ. So, okay, look at this fucking thing, dude. I want you to look at how much work I had to do here. I have two EQs on this guitar alone. I'm gonna play this with it now. Hold on. The frequencies I had to cut were so painful, especially this one. Absolutely disgusting. Absolutely disgusting. And then I have Pro Q3 on here. And then what about this one? Yeah. So this peak reduction on this thing, because there was a point where if I played this, and I'll play the clip somewhere, I played it and just resonances clashing with each other. It was so bad. I'll play the clip now. What the fuck is that noise? But is it this? Dude, I fucked this up so bad. Okay, that's a little better. Dude, that's going through 2 EQs, bro. Oh my god. That sucks. Where was that? Like 9K? I'm not even close to that resonance. What the fuck? Why is that already louder? Hello? Did I have the master turned up? No, I'm not that stupid, am I? No. I did too. Oh my god. Yeah, so that was a nightmare to deal with. Super annoying. Super annoying. Before I forget, let's talk about this guitar bus here. So everything is getting routed to this bus. It's EQ'd slightly. Get more peaks out. Some Valhalla room for reverb, guitar amp, stereo. I think no, this is just a preset. Not even a preset, but just the default thing. I changed the cabinet to no, I don't think I actually did anything. Oh, I added some drive. Some distortion, and then some compression for the guitars. This plugin comes in clutch. Kind of glues all of those layers together, which is very nice. The sub bass. This was kind of a last minute change. I found this new plugin. It's an emulation of the Juno 60. One of my favorite synths. I want to get my hands on a Juno 60, but they're so expensive. I was gonna buy that $200 Juno 106 remake plugin from Roland. Can I just explain why I had to, bro? Oh my god. Back when I first started making music, I used to pirate a bunch of my stuff. My software was pirated, my plugins were pirated, everything was pirated. Now that I'm actually trying to do this legit, I have to have so many installers for so many plugins. Like, I have Wave Central, iLock License Manager, Roland Cloud Manager, Arturia Software Center, XLR Online Installer, Spitfire Audio Installer. I have so many things. I just want, give me the file and let me download it, please. I hate that shit. It's like having different game launchers for the same game you want to play. It's so stupid. That's the bass sound. It's just a simple sub bass, same pattern through and through. So another thing that's very important here are the synth sounds. So let's actually go through, because there's actually kind of a lot to go through right now. Let's start off with just the lead synth. So this is the pattern, the starting pattern. It's layered with my old synth that I used, like a Juno flex patch. A lot of the biggest challenge I had was just layering and kind of combining them. I have some processing on here. So I have DAW cassette again. Motor quality is kind of shittier. Everything's going to tape. I have a Valhalla room. on it. I added some retro color, some wobble, and some magnetic, whatever the fuck that does. I have no clue what that does. Some EQ, peaks and stuff, darker set, running it through a tape with some saturation, and then some Valhalla room to fill it up. That's it for the synths in terms of processing, and all the synths have that except for the ARP. The ARP is a little different. EQ'd a bunch, but that's because it's automated during the song, so it opens up and then closes. So that's it for the synths in terms of processing. We have a couple of variations here. We have this variation where it's an octave played an octave higher. And then the drop. For the drop, I had it kind of triple octave at this part. To kind of give a little more emphasis on that last kind of section of notes. So that's like a couple bars. And then for the final, it's just all layered. There you go. So now I think my favorite part of this song is the ARP, the arpeggiator. It sounds so good. In Juno, in the plugin, there's an arpeggiator. And you can set it. So you can set it as random. You can set it as normal. You can set it as played. And you can set it as up and down. And I had it set to up and down. So yeah, this plays through the beginning of the song. It's still one of the first things you hear. And you hear it again at the final drop thing and before it too. And the high pass filter is completely open, so it's kind of sparkly. Actually, oh wait, this little thing I want to hear. Right before the first break, I added this kind of like ARP, kind of like send off. Here, let me see if we can play it for you. And that's kind of playing as it's ending. So if you listen closely, you can hear it. Something that, you know, it fills it up a little bit more. Simple stuff. We have some crashes and some like down effects. Layered crash, and then the crash with the down. Oops. The crash with the down effects. Let's go for the kind of the beginning of the second drop. So we have this guitar thing here. I'm recording. I don't want to record. Right here. Again, I had to cut out a lot of frequencies here. And the same thing. It's on an amp with a drive, a little distortion, EQ, Valhalla room for some space, and then just another fruity enhancer. I love the fruity enhancer. It's so nice. And that in conjunction with the ARP, it kind of creates like, because if I play it without the ARP, it just kind of sounds empty. Like, and then with the ARP, it sounds more like alive in a way. I hate sounding like a pretentious, like, you know, like art hippie, but nah, it adds some kind of character to it. And then the ending, it's just kind of similar. The ARP continues. There it is. That's it. Anything else I'm kind of missing? Oh my god. Oh, fuck. Okay, so there was a point in this song where I was going to add lyrics. There are no lyrics. There's a reason for that, and I don't want to play it. Hold on. I'm going to play this real quick. Hold on. Okay, no. I did have these like melody ideas for like me singing. I don't know where I can place them right here. Absolutely not. It probably would have sounded good, but no. That part doesn't sound bad, but No, I completely scrap lyrics. I'm probably gonna invest in like some vocal exercises, some coaching, because I do want to learn how to sing. But if I'm feeling ballsy enough, I'll post the lyrics in like the description of the video, so you at least know what they were gonna be. But nah, it's fuck that, dude. Absolutely not, man. That concludes the actual project file. Now let's hop into the mastering, because that's a totally other beast that I want to get into. All right, I gotta lower my volume now. Okay, I'm gonna go into my files and show you how many mix downs and like just it's crazy. Oh, it's nothing in there. So this is for It's Okay If You Do 4, right? Look at how many mix downs and master versions and just different different types of mastering I have going on here. It's too many. I overthought the mastering process so hard that I have at least like 11 different versions of the same master that all sound practically the same. But dude, look at this one. I don't understand snare master fix. I'm losing my mind. So I'm gonna quickly go over what I used to master this track, and why the final master isn't even close to 0 dB. It can't go to 0 dB. There are weird points in this song. Now, this could just because I'm a novice at mastering, but I could not go over 6.6 dB in gain, because if I did, there were certain points where it'll clip, but the clip would be there, like you'd hear it. It doesn't sound very nice. It's at -3 or -2 dB. That's fine for my first ever like real attempt at mastering. But just to go over my mastering chain, it's probably messed up. I'm new at this. Don't come at me, please. So EQ, cutting off the lows, cutting off the highs, a couple tweaks here and there. The limiter, attack release, 6.6 dB again. I have the entire thing going through a tape emulation here. It's probably not what you're meant to do. I don't care. It sounded great. And then at the end, I have a preset by Josh Goodwin. He mixes like Taylor Swift's and like Justin Bieber's shit. So he has a preset on Soothe. Oh, before we even end the video, I want to see how many hours I spent working on this project, because I'm pretty sure it's pretty long, I'd assume. 17 hours, 18 hours. So that's actually pretty long. So that was, I don't understand. Hope you enjoy it. I love this track. It's the most proud I've ever been on a track. It feels so good to like not touch this project again, because it was just, it got miserable at times. I'm not gonna lie to you. It got really miserable at times. So yeah, I hope you enjoy it. Hope you like it. And yeah. Happy holidays, whatever. And it wasn't 8 months. It wasn't 8 months later. It was in 5 months. Okay. Shit. All right. I'll see you later.